Shit.
And the boys of summer are back, everybody. What is going on? We are live, actually, Ghost. This guy doesn't do the intro once, and now he doesn't even know if we're live or not. But we are, in fact, live. Your boy is back. I have not been relegated to the back this week. I'm pumped to be back. Boys, how are we doing?
It doesn't say live on my screen. Are you sure we're live? It says literally go
live, and the viewers are flying up.
Pretty certain we're live.
Okay.
I could be wrong, though. What do I know?
I could refresh, but I'll get kicked out.
Maybe if we relegate Eric, the live button will show.
I don't want to. I could refresh my screen, but I definitely don't want to lose FaceTime because, you know, that's the most.
So I'm not everybody, welcome back to the motherfucking dive bar. Boys, it was a long weekend.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a long season, everybody. But unlike some other outlets, we are not going away. We will be here every week to shoot the shit. And that's what we're going to do tonight.
Fellas, shout out
Vince. There's so much to talk about.
Shout out Vince for that video. Just unprompted. Just send it to me. He's like, dude, I got this new camera. Me and my buddy are trying it out. Got a new lens. Got some new glass for it. Check this out. Love the video, Vince. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was awesome.
That was super sweet, man.
I think the coolest thing about doing this, and it was more so when we first started, but that just showing it hasn't gone away, is how many unprompted people just wanted to be a part of it and just wanted to help. Like starting out with the merch, like getting the glasses made, it all just unprompted support. So like, it's freaking awesome. And yeah, Vince killed that, man. Super cool.
Yeah, I'm just happy to see people being engaged. And what makes me happy every single day is like everyone that just sends us hats, glasses, makes gifts of us, makes all these videos of us, and just wants to be a part of the dive bar. And like, that's what we want to. We just want it. We don't want to own this. We want everyone to be part of it. And we appreciate you guys a lot, a ton.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, so much, actually. Without you guys, we'd just be four guys talking into the ether. So
fucking jerking each other off, talking about the Dolphins.
All right, let's run it and let's get going.
On Dolphins.
I'm putting the helmet on as always.
The opportunity is right now.
Terrific defensive play. Intercepted. Off the back. Two on the move. Going deep. Speedways. He's got Hill. He's got Hill. The Dolphins have recaptured the lead.
It honestly feels like a lifetime ago.
I don't want to hear it. I'm done with you two with your negative bullshit.
They say that every time.
Now, hey, look,
I get it. We're all super sour. Okay,
we're on to 2025. You won't hear from it again. We're on to 2025.
Throw those prompt cards out. That was from last season. We gotta get some new prompt cards.
Boys, by the way, shout out Justin. He's been rocking the hat every day since he got it. It's actually funny that you say that because my wife is like, dude, do you own another hat now, or are you just going to wear that every day?
Dude, I have so many that don't even see the light of day anymore. It's actually a problem.
It's pretty funny story. The Southern New England fans, the guys we met at the tailgate that bought the hats, the guy hit me up this morning. He was like, man down, damn puppy. And his freaking dive bar hat got chewed to shreds.
No.
He was like, how do I get a new one? I was like, message Joe. He'll take care of you.
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I'll get to him for sure.
I'm not gonna lie, it was
maybe legit.
There might be a new colorway coming out. I don't know. I might have hashtag sauces, but might be a new colorway coming out, folks.
Oh, hold on, real quick. Breaking news: former Texans offensive coordinator Bobby Slowik is joining the Dolphins as senior pass game coordinator.
Wow. Slowik is nice.
Yo, that's a good get.
That's a big get.
Just to add to the puzzle, that's a really good get.
Where the fuck did that come from? Dude, Bobby Slowik, what is he, like 35?
Well, we got the chow sauce, so you know he hits his fucking table first.
Well, dude, Slowik was with the 49ers with McDaniel, no? I have that right,
yes.
Right?
He's a Shanahan guy, McDaniel guy. That's crazy that he went from being a coaching candidate last year to now fired and now a senior pass game coordinator with us. But we'll take it. Lord knows we need it.
Pretty sure he interviewed for the Bears this offseason, but then he got fired.
Yeah.
So And we have I'm pretty sure we have his brother on the defensive side.
Who is that?
Not our linebackers. Not our
secondary's coach.
Secondary coach.
Like safety's coach, maybe? It's a Slowik. I know it's his brother.
That's a good pull, Bob. I would have never gotten that one.
Yeah, that's a nice one. But yeah, he was with Mike McDaniel with the 49ers. I mean, dude, you get two guys. I could go down there's a fork in the road here called Elon Musk. Fork in the road. It could go two different ways. It's like, that's awesome. He worked with McDaniel at the 49ers. They got chemistry. I'm sure they got trust. Let him take care of the pass game. McDaniel still, manage the run game. But then it's like, do we want a guy McDaniel likes running the pass game? Because Open McDaniel is like,
look, if it takes off of his plate, then I think it's a good thing. I mean, what Sirianni just said, I think recently, he was like, I had to give up like play calling and all that because you can't head coach and play call. It's just too much. It's too much.
I don't think McDaniel's not going to call plays though. But yeah, I mean, that's a great point. I mean, that's a great segue into Super Bowl is Sirianni. Like, guy doesn't even wear a headset half the time. Guys just standing on the sideline with his little note card, writing down notes the entire game. And it's like, it's funny to see the dichotomy of coaches in the league. Coaches that have play sheets in front of their face, coaches that are just writing stuff down, coaches that have nothing in their hands, coaches that aren't even wearing headsets. It's really funny to see the dichotomy of coaches.
I mean, how many coaches call plays?
There's only a few. It's honestly the Shanahan tree.
Andy Reid does. Obviously, Shanahan does.
McVay, McDaniel, probably
what's his face?
Green Bay guy.
Yeah, the Green Bay guy. I can't remember.
All Shanahan guys.
The floor.
Yeah, the Shanahan tree calls plays. They're the ultimate like sassy diva, egotistical offensive maniacs.
And they don't give up. Call plays too. I think he did.
I think so.
Who's the guy in Chicago? He calls plays.
Now or before?
Last year.
Oh, Eberflus?
Yeah, he was calling plays.
He was a defensive
coach. Ben Johnson would call plays.
He was a defensive coach, so that tracks that he was calling offensive plays.
Yeah, Ben Johnson will definitely call plays.
Yeah, Ben Johnson would definitely be calling plays.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore's, dude, I guarantee Kellen Moore's going to be calling plays. That motherfucker won't be with that play sheet.
On the other side, Dan Quinn might call a defense.
Maybe, probably. I would think so.
Yeah, Dan Campbell calls the defense. He doesn't call plays.
Feel like it's easier to call defense, though, right? We can all agree on that.
Man, Campbell's an coach. He doesn't call defense.
According to Dolphins Twitter, Vic Fangio didn't game. I saw this on Twitter today. I saw this on the timeline.
Here we go.
Vic Fangio didn't game plan for the Chiefs. He just played too high. Didn't game plan.
I mean,
the discourse on Dolphins Twitter is just at an all-time high. I saw that. You guys saw. I said it to you.
But listen,
that's a wild take.
But here's my thing, right? People cope in different ways, right? I mean, it's just a coping mechanism. At the end of the day, Vic Fangio left and won a Super Bowl. We have to live with that.
I know. It's okay to just accept it. Be like, dude, change the culture.
He wasn't the problem. It's okay to say he wasn't the problem. He wasn't a fit here. That's cool. You can say that too.
Correct.
Yeah,
and let's be very clear. The players they have on their defense are just slightly
exponentially, like dogs. Like holy
you saw that interview. That was pretty cool. And you saw kind of an insight into young players, and you saw like what happened with our players, with Vic Fangio, and then like the young players for the Eagles. I forget who got interviewed. Really young kid, probably 22, 23. I forget even who it was. He goes, "Don't get me wrong, Vic's old." Like, giving the sense like this guy's old school. He's going to yell at you. He's going to get on your ass. He goes, but he's a genius, man. And he puts us in position to win. And like, that's kind of the attitude that I just feel like was kind of missing with our players and Vic Fangio was, I got to accept this guy for what he is. He grew up in that generation, but he is.
And that's your boss, dude. Like, that's your boss.
He's one of the smartest.
Everybody's boss is different. And guess what? You have to respect your boss and you have to work for your boss and do what's best for the team.
And if you respect someone,
like you're the smartest defensive coordinator in the league. We're top 3, top 5, whatever you want to rank. Like what he's up there, like of all time too. And it's like, he's going to get on my ass and he's going to frustrate me and he's going to fucking piss me off. And it's like, welcome to the American workplace, bro. Like, where's this privilege coming from? Like, it's a privilege to play in the NFL.
You play a kids game for millions of dollars.
Correct. Correct.
And I will say this though, one good point about that Super Bowl game was I don't think they blitzed maybe once.
They say they didn't, but there was maybe like one or two, like, and that could have been. But either way, dude.
But brother, imagine being able to call a defense where you don't have to blitz. Like,
that's
what
exactly.
are we doing?
Jet 13 is what you're saying?
That D line was the Monstars. Like, they're just
bro. And continuity on the defensive line.
Yeah, and the Kansas City Chiefs O-line, while they have shuffled a couple pieces, it's still they're nothing to laugh at. Like, that's a great O-line. And they look like chopped cheese.
Yeah. So you're saying edge at 13.
Walter Nolan.
Hey, Mason Graham has fallen down the draft boards. You pair him with Sealer up front.
Now, hold on 1 second. I got a little segue because we did bring up Fangio, and Holland had a little bit something to say about Fangio.
He was
he was giving him his kudos, and fans were irate. The comments were insane towards Holland. Like, it's crazy. Like, look, I get he didn't have the best year, but relax. Holy, the guy's literally giving kudos to the same guy he posted a pic saying kick rocks to.
Holland did say later when you pull off a successful rage bait, so he clearly was pulling strings.
But my favorite part of it was when somebody commented and was like, "We need this, we need that," and he made a big stink about it. Like, we? What you mean we? So I got to ask you, boys, from an NFL fan's perspective, is it cringy for fans to use words like us and we while
look?
For their
I have no
teams?
doubt we're Super Bowl champs.
Like, we?
But that's like the conversation since the beginning day of time. I use we and us. I do all that, but I put in that time, man. I'm sitting there every Sunday like mad as hell or happy as shit. I feel like I'm riding with these dudes no matter what. I deserve to say we or whatever.
At the end of the day, if you spend money on the team and time, which is more valuable too, like, it's a we thing. Like, you know,
I mean,
listen,
listen,
that are
I
basically
totally
paying
agree.
your paychecks.
I 100% agree. Like, for me, it's like, listen, like, part of the NFL is the fan base. Like, that's the 12th man, right?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, we are a part of the organization. You know, I mean, I don't mean to be like this kind of guy, but we pay the bills. Like, if you weren't generating revenue, you wouldn't be getting the money you get.
And
so
players say that all the time.
But I do there's a fine line, right? Like, there's a way of saying we and us, but when you're like using it against a player, it's corny.
That's what
like, we've been here before you, we'll be here after you. Like, all right, relax a fucking second. Like,
that was the comment that Holland went after. Was whoever said it said, "Get the fuck off my team." And like Holland took a lot of shit because, dude, I would have responded the same. Like, I agree. I think I use we. I think it's fucking awesome. We referenced it at the beginning of this episode, and I know it's fucking apples and peanuts, not even oranges. Is like, I would love if people were like, we with the dive bar, like we, like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So like, they're part of the organization, and they're like, dude, we love the fans. Like, of course you're part of this too. But the guy came at Holland, and I would react to this, dude. If I was in the NFL and I had a Twitter account, I'd last 6 months before I'm suspended. So like, I get it, Javon. Like, fuck that guy. He was, you know, and people might come at me for that, but I think that he kind of deserved that response. And then people jumped on Holland for giving him for Holland. All he did was match his energy. And of course, you can make the argument like, dude, you're a professional athlete. The criticism is going to come loud and clear, and the compliments are going to come low and slow.
And guess what? The clapback's going to come even clearer. So I love it.
So like, I don't mind that he went after him, because he wasn't going after him. The kid didn't say, or I assume it's a kid. I hope it's not like a 50-year-old dude. He was just like, came at him like, this is my fucking team. Like, get off my team. And you can't use it in that aspect. But if you're just putting it out there like, hey, we need to draft a safety, or like, we need to do this, and then he was like, then he gets offended at like then sure, it's justifiable. But I think it was a little unjustifiable, and I'm not justifying his play this year. I'm not making any commentary on that, but it was a little justifiable what Javon Holland did today. Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, clapping back at somebody is fine, but like, also when you're posting videos of you kicking rocks when Vic gets fired, like, no,
you got to take the L. You have to take the L and be like, yeah.
But did he take the L by him literally saying like, "Yo, Vic called a hell of a game"? Like, that's him taking the L on the chin, in my opinion.
I think he did.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. I could see that as well. Yeah, but also
The mo-
like go kick rocks 8 and get like fuck off.
the most disappointing thing about that whole saga was when he was asked about the Kicking Rocks video and he said it had no correlation. I'm like, come on.
He definitely got a text from
yeah,
PR. He got a
yeah,
text
he
from
did
PR.
for sure.
They're like,
First of all,
Javon,
he is petty, and second of all, he's witty, so he knows what he's doing. He's not a dumb kid.
My man, FMP.
always rocking.
Yo, my boy
hats.
was traveling with that hat.
Dude.
Those were sick, dude. Nothing make you should see. You probably don't see it, and obviously we think on the timeline and everything, but when people post hats, especially you like going to like the waterfalls and shit and the beaches and wherever you were going with
Central Park, New York City on Christmas Eve.
You should see our group chat just like, oh, dude, someone's posting the hat again. Like, we really get excited over this shit. Like, you have no idea how happy it makes us. Like, it literally makes our day.
Well, dude, Super Bowl Sunday. What did the boys? What we do? Like, what? Tell me about your day. How your day goes?
Oh, wow.
Gumpy.
Hit me back, bro. We need to get you on here, bro.
Dude, Gumpy, you got to get on here, man. We love you. Like,
Dude, the show's on a hiatus. I know you got some time, Gumpy. Let's get you on, brother.
Yeah.
Yo, 12
he uses
o'clock
lag. He uses lag.
And I was like, what the fuck? No McAfee? Like, this is bullshit. Just had to like deal with like 4 hours of Sports Center. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, and as we know, Eric likes his routine, so he's not happy right now.
I was shooketh today. Shooketh.
Dude, Gumpy was flexing at the Radio Row down there in New Orleans, man. He was stunting. That was a freaking awesome setup, dude.
Yeah, that setup was unbelievable.
Dude, the Marino comments had me dying.
Yeah, just from the top rope.
But yeah,
I guess we're gonna have to see, brother.
Anyways, yeah, what'd you guys do on Sunday? I lost a lot of money, and I ate a lot of chicken wings. That was about my Sunday.
I lost a lot of money, but I made it all back and some because of a last second. I was looking at all the over-unders, and I called Joe. I said, dude, what's stopping us from putting $1,000 right now on the DeAndre Hopkins over receiving yards? He goes, wait, what is it? I said 13.5. He goes,
bro, we
wasn't he at like 12 or something at that point?
I'm asking my
when
wife.
I seen it was 13.5.
Like,
well, what was he at for the game though? He was close to it.
Did he have his drop at that point or no?
No, we took it before the game started.
Before the game.
Oh, dude, if he doesn't get the turf monster, that was like a 50 yard play. That one that he fell.
Yeah, that hurt. He didn't hit the over till the like 2 minutes to go in the game. That was a sweater. Dude, that was incredible.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
The thing is like with those guys who don't see the ball all game, or they only get 3 to 5 opportunities a game, bro, those bets are sweaty. But Bobby had some good points, birthday. Like, come on, you got to give the boy a couple catches on his birthday.
I agree. I mean, I was driving back from I was at Vermont. I was up in Killington Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I drove back. I started my trip back 9 o'clock. Takes me about 5 hours. Got back at 2 o'clock. I watched the Super Bowl from my couch. I was fucking like dead. My legs couldn't move, man. I snowboarded 40 miles. It was fucking crazy this weekend.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad. Not a bad weekend. Great snow. They got about 1.5 feet while we were up there. It was up to my quads in powder. And I know there's a short joke in there. What was it? 2 feet?
So was there?
Go fuck yourself.
Kid show. No, bro. So I actually went to my boy's crib and we had a pool party. So I started a little too early.
Yeah, too supposed to come where I was, and I'm just like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "I'm cooked."
I'm cooked, my brother. We started at 12:30. The beers were flowing early. Then the tequila got broken out. Naturally. I maybe watched 5-6 plays.
That checks.
Yeah.
I seen the IG story and I was like,
one of
oh
those
no.
games that was on in the background. At some point of that game, nobody was really watching. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. I mean, I fell asleep like intermittently. I think I fell asleep. I didn't see the kickoff. I woke up like 10 minutes left in the first quarter, and Philadelphia was already rolling. And I'm like, I really don't I really don't care about this game. It was honestly just watching like a Colts Jaguars Thursday night game. Like I literally approached it as like watching a Colts Jaguars Thursday night game. Like nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
The reason I thought Hopkins was guaranteed, one, it was 13.5. I mean, that's not like asking a lot from anyone, but it wasn't that. It wasn't, it was Jeff Darlington actually had the exclusive that morning that Hopkins was going to show up to the Super Bowl in a mink jacket that his dad left him, and his dad passed away when he was 5 months old. And when I heard that and seen they only gave the guy 13 yards, I was like, he's coming to the Super Bowl for the first time in his career in his father's mink jacket. I'll put the house on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. I thought it was the birthday. That's what it was.
He was dripped out though when he pulled up.
Obviously, I was drunk when you told me.
Well, it was Barkley's birthday and Dejean's birthday.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
But yeah,
hey, I'm starting to putting the puzzle together. I'm putting the puzzle together.
And while I'm sitting here sounding cocky, he only ended up with 18 yards, so I'm not flexing at all. It was
solid though.
It was a real sweat.
I didn't win any. There was that Piero's cousin Tucci won every square of the squares.
Yeah, that. Bro, so I am relegated from ever doing squares. I've never won a square ever.
I think last year my Jenna won like 3 quarters, but I rarely win them. It's just like it's a
donation to whoever's hosting the party. It's a tip donation.
Yeah,
tip and dip. That's it. That's what it is.
Essentially, what'd you do, Bobby?
Oh, I just stood at the house, man. Actually, we were at my father-in-law's house, and they grilled out. They had They got a nice setup on the back porch, just really nice. Honestly, I tried to convince them to let me start recording from there because they have a bar, and it's just nice. It's awesome.
As soon as you said bar, I was in. All right, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm in.
That's it. Sorry, I wouldn't have anything.
It's like a really cool bar setup. I'm like, yeah, whatever it is, I'm in.
One thing we have to touch on, we're talking about the Super Bowl, and Dolphins Twitter is a big part of our audience. Jalen Hurts discourse on the timeline.
Oh.
Anybody want to start?
That'd be interesting.
Anybody want to start?
That he's tier 1 now? Or, I mean, how can
where does Jalen Hurts rank right now in the NFL? I mean, dude, 119 passer rating. Saquon Barkley, best running back in the league, best offensive line in the league. Nobody can stop them, and any quarterback can play in the league. Gave Saquon Barkley 2 yards a carry.
I mean, it is the best running back and best O-line in the league.
Guess who said, fuck it, I'll be the run game, and took over the game? Jalen Hurts.
RB2.
Yes. I mean, he balled in both Super Bowls he's played in for certain. Like, you can't take that away from him. Also, there's something to be said when there's no pressure. When you're up 17-0, in the second, you just don't turn the ball over. You're pretty much guaranteed to win. But I mean, he balled out. Like, he's definitely top 10, right? He has to be.
He's top 10.
Yeah.
People say otherwise, but yeah, he has to be.
I'll give him his flowers because I was a big time Hurts hater. I'll say
you still got to make the plays.
There's no doubt about it. His supporting cast and the system he's in benefits him, but that would benefit anybody.
Sure.
But hey, he's got a Super Bowl. We're sitting here just asking to make the fucking playoffs. We're not going to sit here and bash a guy who just won a Super Bowl. That's it. He's got hardware now. Everything else, he's got all the credentials. He checked every box now. So like, he's one of those guys. I think I'd put him in the top 5
in 5 years.
Gotta be.
Well,
Josh Allen don't have a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but like, you're not taking Jalen Hurts over Josh Allen under any circumstance.
No, but like, I can't. I mean, maybe 7. I mean, you're not going
to
get him out
of top 7.
All right, Bobby's a little hype. Recency bias. It's
top
okay.
7 is not saying a lot. No, that's 6 people ahead of him. That's easy.
Are you putting him over Burrow?
No. Burrow's 3. Burrow's 3. No lower than 3. He threw for 50 fucking touchdowns.
I would argue Lamar's 3, but
can we put him over Lamar though?
3.
Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, top 3. I don't care how you order them.
Burrow.
Go tiers. Don't go numerical. Never go numerical because people put you in a pigeonhole. Go tiers.
How many people are in tier 1?
5.
Then he doesn't sneak into there. He'd be top of tier 2. He'd be OLI.
Who would be 5 though?
6, 7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Top 7.
You got to go to I can't even. Sorry, I had to. I know you. You got to go Mahomes.
Nobody even reacted.
Burrow, Jackson. I mean, who's the 5th?
I think that's
what I'm saying. Fifth is when you have to start having a conversation.
I think that's second tier. I think that's tier 2.
Yeah, because the point is then hard, like outside of like the elite quarterbacks, even if they haven't won a Super Bowl, okay, even if they haven't won, you could start bringing hardware arguments in. In 5 years, he's got 2 conference championships and 1 Super Bowl. Like, brother, the fucking illegal things I would do to have that kind of hardware in our 5-year build.
Are you taking Jaden Daniels over him?
It's too early. You got 1 year. We've seen 1 year's plenty of times. You got to do it again.
Jaden Daniels is great though. He
is great, but you got to do it again.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to put rookie quarterback because I would have put CJ Stroud on the top.
By the way, hold on. I hate to cut you off. Just kidding. That was my first sneeze ever live.
First sneeze. It didn't even make a noise.
Who the fuck tracks that?
I just listen. This is the way my brain works, brother.
That's fine. Bob is coughing constantly, so.
Dude, there for like 2 months, I had this cough that was just fucking killing me.
But I yelled at him, and then he got really good at the mute button. He got really good at it.
Gerst is a brainiac, works in a hospital, and never gave me 1 tip to get rid of it. I fucking whatever.
All right, hold on. Justin just wrote something really nice here. I do anything to see the Fins win the Super Bowl. I sacrifice my family.
That's wild.
Jesus Christ.
Hopefully they don't.
Hopefully don't care.
I thought that was really sweet and from the heart. I thought that was.
I literally
not watching because they might be upset about that.
I think that's a wild take, but I appreciate it because if he's willing to do it, then I don't have to. So
can he say we? Can he say we?
He can say we.
I guess it's too bad that Chris Benoit wasn't a Dolphins fan then. Anyway, Jalen Hurts.
Hello.
I got hold on, my HR hat.
That actually puts me into a little segue here because
what segue are you taking Chris Benoit?
Segue.
It's a good segue. Listen, because your boy I come holstered up for the boys. This is what I do.
Oh my god.
So I got a little ultimatum for the boys here. If you have 2 choices here, you can either.
Oh my god.
That's wild.
That's out of control. How do you know that information? Like who?
Hey,
do you also have CTE or
ketchup and onions? Now the suits are fucked up.
Now the tuxedos seem a little fucked up.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the 2 scenarios. So scenario 1. Scenario 1, both scenarios, Dolphins are in the Super Bowl. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Scenario 1, you get to go to the game, sideline passes, all-inclusive weekend paid for, okay? But your team is not guaranteed to win. All right?
Okay.
Not guaranteed to win.
I've done that. So.
Or you have to stay home, watch the game by yourself on the couch, and you do not get to celebrate no parade, no nothing, and you're guaranteed to have the Dolphins win the Super Bowl. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm taking the dub easily.
Super Bowl.
That's how I know both of you are type A personalities. I didn't say that we weren't. I did not say that you couldn't win if you went to the game.
I don't a guaranteed Super Bowl though. If you stay home, my ass will be on the couch, no problem.
I deal in statistics every day. Give me the win.
Always the win.
Bro, you're on the sideline with the fucking team, dog.
Yeah, but if you lose, then it's all for naught.
Not to mention the networking events throughout the weekend. What are we doing here, boys?
Then look, dub. Go to fans.
I understand that you're guaranteed to win, so this is not the greatest point, but the reality is your Super Bowl is not guaranteed anyways. In reality, not this is in a scenario. Dude, I don't know. To just have that, that memory on the field, and y'all still might win.
What if you lose, though?
Yeah.
You were on the field for Super Bowl 60.
Yeah, but you lost, so nobody gives a shit.
I'll eat crackers. I'll eat my crackers and dried sausage on my couch by myself, phone off, and enjoy my Super Bowl.
That's really selfish of you guys.
Super Bowl dub.
Selfish. That's very. That's the most
I'll be on the sideline vibing.
You're the selfish one.
Yeah,
you're the selfish one.
That checks out, but also insane that you wouldn't just take the fucking Super Bowl.
Dude, he really tried to spin that on y'all. Y'all are so selfish. I'll be there.
Crazy.
Yeah, we're the selfish ones. Anyways, so yeah, Jalen Hurts, flowers to him. Tier 1, tier 2, whatever you want. He you still have to make the plays.
He moved up to tier 2.
You can't put him lower than 7. You can't.
Agree.
He has hardware. He has hardware, and I don't care like what argument you throw him because everyone wants to discredit it. And like we've seen what it looks like when a quarterback or your team fails when the lights are the brightest. And this guy has fucking done
Twice.
nothing but shine when the lights were the brightest.
Twice.
Dude, they lost. He should have had 2 Super Bowls. They lost on a bullshit defensive holding call. Like,
and he definitely would have won MVP in that Super Bowl too. He balled
Star
out.
Wars is here for the homies. That's a
100%.
Fuck you guys.
But
I'm going to the game, dog.
let's move to the.
I'm in that bit.
Let's move to the other quarterback because that was a stinker.
Big time.
That was not.
Let me ask you a question. Are we done with the GOAT debate, or is he still got time left?
Can I say one thing? Can I just say one thing before you get into this? This is my perspective, and I think that if everyone had this perspective, there would be peace on Twitter. When you have 3 Super Bowl wins in the first 7 years of his career now, 7 years, you get to earn bad games. Good quarterbacks, elite quarterbacks, especially those that have 3 Super Bowls, even 1 Super Bowl, you can earn a bad game, especially in the Super Bowl. If you're playing in the Super Bowl and you already have 3 and you have a bad game, you fucking earned it, dude.
Yeah, but the GOAT also beat him.
True, but you get to have a bad game. That's my take. When you're that good of a quarterback and that you have all that hardware and you have all this winning already behind you, so young in your career,
yeah,
go ahead, have a fucking bad game.
Oh yeah, no one's gonna take anything away from Mahomes. He's still that guy. He's guaranteed in the top 2 period. So there's no discussion there. And to say what Ghost is saying, that's what pisses me off about the Justin Herbert dialogue. It's not even about he's a talented quarterback, but people already give him he can have a bad game. He's got a rocket arm. It's no, he hasn't earned that yet. When he plays bad or he throws a game-losing interception, he did that. He doesn't earn any kind of slack.
You know who else gets the he's the only quarterback in the league that can't have a bad game argument?
I've never heard of him.
Okay.
Who?
I'm just making sure. I don't know. Do you guys know anyone else that gets that excuse? Anyone personally, close to you that you might know?
No, not ringing a bell, honestly.
I got nothing.
Yeah, me neither. I have no idea.
But I mean, look, it was a bad stinker. The one time I put U.S. currency on Patrick Mahomes, he goes out there and lays a fucking egg.
That's how
I hate everybody.
And you know what? I almost got sucked into I have a betting system that's.
I was gonna say it, Ghost. I got sucked in.
You got it.
I got sucked in. No, I got sucked in. Tell him.
I got sucked in too.
I did it in the first quarter. I did it.
Plus 210.
Yeah.
I'm double your money? Sure. Why not?
Oh, everybody I was with was live betting them. They're they'll come back.
Sure.
No. Ghost, please elaborate because he has a full proof. This has been going for years.
This has been going since 2018 where anytime dude, remember when my biggest hit of my betting life was when the Chiefs were down 24-0 against the Texans in that first half. I think it was 3 years ago? Remember that?
Yeah.
The Chiefs finally went plus 230 and I just laid 1,000 on them. And I fucking ran to the bank with the money. But it took them up until plus 2 down 24-0 in the first half to take that bet. And my betting system, if you bet that every single time that the Chiefs were down and they were plus money, you would be a fucking millionaire. Man, I mean, if you're betting $10,000 a time, you'd be a millionaire easily.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Is Kelsey retiring? Because he looks old. I'm an old man here. He looked old and slow and old.
He was doubled all game.
When you're flooding the secondary, everybody's doubled. When you're only rushing
was
forward.
in his fucking face dude. He was pressed on his ass, and he had a safety over the top. Pause.
I mean, I will say this: somebody that competitive, I think if he would have won, he would have retired on top.
Sure.
But I think with that sour taste and the way they got embarrassed, that'd be a really shitty way to go out, bro.
Yeah, I could see it.
But the problem is, if you wait for the perfect time, it hardly ever happens like Ray Lewis. So if you wait for the perfect time to go out, you just keep playing.
Yeah, you rarely ride off into the sunset.
Yeah.
Jerome Bettis.
It happens. It definitely happens, but it's just
it happens, but it's hard. It's hard.
I think it's more so too, these guys know we won the Super Bowl, I'll call it quits.
Yeah.
Eric, where did Jerome Bettis go to college?
Ooh.
I know the answer. I have to know the answer.
Come on, dude. This one's easy.
I actually don't know.
It's probably not what you think at all.
Independent, brother.
Yeah, I don't know.
Independent.
That's a good one.
Bobby?
Independent.
Notre Dame.
That's what I said. I just said Notre Dame.
I didn't
No,
hear
you didn't.
What?
Yes, I did.
In your head?
Oh, I'm gonna clip this. I definitely just
Hold
said
on,
it.
wait, what?
Clip it. Clip
He
it.
didn't
Hold
say
on.
a fucking thing.
You didn't
I
say
said
a
I don't
word,
know.
brother.
Then I said Notre Dame.
Bro, hey, real quick,
No,
Notre
you
Dame.
did not.
Let me tell you how I had to know this
The
one.
dress is fucking blue.
My
wish there was-
dad-
I would-
Right now.
Chat. Did anybody in the chat hear me say Notre Dame? Because I
No
definitely
pig can agree with you, dude.
Dude,
You'll
dude,
see.
that's that type A personality. He thinks he can bully us into believing his
He
mind.
did not say
Bro,
it.
Justin has CTE. We can't take him. We can't take it. I'm gonna
Bro,
clip it.
all I heard was, I don't know. I have no clue. I like all negative things. And
It
then
was
he
my
was like,
guess. I said
why
Notre
you
Dame.
said that?
I said it.
I think you thought it.
Whatever. I'll clip it in for our purposes. But anyhow,
He's gonna clip it and he's gonna go back and he's gonna ask John to Photoshop him saying Notre Dame.
no, I respect the game. If I didn't get it, I didn't get
It's
it. But I
gonna be
promise you,
somebody
I said
else's
Notre Dame.
voice.
You're just gonna hear.
You know why?
You're just-
I was thinking Pittsburgh because like the same color scheme, and I was like, oh no, it can't be Pittsburgh. Play for the Steelers. That's too close. Like, and then I said Notre Dame.
You're just gonna. All you're gonna hear in the clip is we're gonna be arguing, and then you're gonna hear John's voice like overdub go Notre Dame.
Hey, in
John's already
fairness,
clipping
even if
it,
I
if
wanted
we're
to
being
edit it, I
honest.
wouldn't even know how to do that. So like, nah, if it's not
That's
there.
that's where John comes in though.
One of
But
John's.
anyways, yeah. So you know, the Chiefs O line got eaten up, right? And you know what they're gonna do this offseason?
What are they gonna do?
They're just
Yeah,
gonna
what are they?
they're just
Clean
gonna
house?
fix it.
Is it
The
Eaton
same
or
way-
Eaton?
The
Is
same
it
way that
Eaton
Wait,
or
hold on.
Eaton?
Did he say it or did he think it again?
we should clip that. But anyway, the same and agreed. Remember when they got
The
ass raped by the
Bucks.
Bucks,
Yep.
and they fired 5 offensive linemen that season, that offseason, immediately
I
gone.
guarantee you they come into next year with 3 new offensive linemen at least.
Yeah, but they
And
might
two
be
of them are
losing
gonna
their
be for
best
the
one.
Dolphins who'd never played well here, and then they're gonna just elevate their game and be.
Could you imagine if Liam Eichenberg goes to the Chiefs and just becomes an All-Pro?
He would.
I would jump off the tallest building I could find.
He would.
No, I promise you, if he did that, I would turn this podcast into a Chiefs podcast. This Chiefs Kingdom, baby, the home of the real
I'm
Chiefs.
trying to
fan.
think of what I would do. I don't even know. Like somebody would have to look over me for a while.
Well,
Could you
we already
imagine?
know for a fact that if Holland goes somewhere, he's going to be an All-Pro.
100%.
Minka Fitzpatrick all over again. And then Liam Eichenberg is probably going to be second team All-Pro. I won't give him first. He'll probably be second team All-Pro.
Which, by the way, he's an unrestricted free agent. Like we might finally rid ourselves of all Nancy.
You're not
Pelosi.
getting rid of him. He's a glue guy.
Keep
All
him
right,
as
he's
a
a real
backup.
glue guy.
I would keep him as a backup, dude. Like
Like he's
he
glued
could
to the
come in.
floor.
He could come in one game.
Full body to the floor.
Listen,
Not
guys, we thought about letting him walk, but we had a lot of trade interest. A lot of trade interest
Yeah.
in Liam.
But
We
you
had to
remember
bring him
those little-
back.
Yo, do you remember the quarter machines when you used to put the quarter, you turn it, you get the ball, you get whatever little gift in there?
Yeah.
Remember the little slappy hand guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him every play, just slap right to the fucking floor. That's him, dude.
He does fall a lot. Like
A lot, man.
Our national
not even-
nightmare might be over, fellas. It might be.
Listen, why? Okay, why don't you keep Liam and Rob Jones as backups, and then you get
Because
two-
they're
You have to.
terrible, Ghost. That's why they're bad.
Yeah,
They're
but
terrible.
if there's not that much depth in the league, dude.
You have to see the
Like-
depth. I think, dude, I would keep them. I would at least offer them contracts and say, like, you
Yeah.
can stay on the team.
Well,
Be
you know,
the
we
depth
really
guy.
believe in
Listen,
continuity.
I'll give you a
we really
Wawa
wanted to
gas
keep everybody
card.
together.
Listen, I'll give you a Wawa gas card, and I'll get you a Buffalo chicken sub from Publix every week if you stay. That's what they get.
And the
I'm keeping
minimum.
them both. I'm keeping them both. I'm sorry. But
Lord.
only so let me rephrase that before this gets taken out of context. I'm keeping them both as long as we either draft 2 guys that are going to start at guard, draft 1, and then sign the other in free agency.
There's a lot of guys out there to be had.
There is, and they're going to be expensive as fuck because guard is now a premium position because there's nobody that can play guard in this league at a high level.
Almost
Like,
miss
It's literally
being
perfect timing for Greer to cook. Big splash.
I almost miss being a 1-15 team with $120 million just so I can actually talk about these dudes.
Well, the thing is, we did that, and then we wasted all that money, and now we're
We'll
still.
be able to clear cap.
Yeah, I
space.
get it,
I
but
don't
at least you
think that's
got
gonna be a
real
problem.
hope.
Do we?
Speaking of
it's not going to be a problem. I don't think the cap shit is a problem for us. We can move plenty of money around and do what we need to do. That's not.
Well, the restructures put us at 100 million. Like we literally have 100 million in space.
Yeah. Yeah, if you
guys are setting it up, here we go. We're setting it up.
Yo, we're on to 2025.
Here we go. We're setting it up.
We're looking ahead. JR is gonna be like, so I got a good segue.
We're looking ahead, guys.
I mean, we do reel the people back in, and like it's not what they want. I'm just telling facts. Like if we do write these checks and get these restructures out of the way, Ross writes those checks, they get the money up front. This will be the last. I'll tell you what, this is. So we've kicked the can down the road every single block, and now there's the city wall. And then when if we hit all 5 of these restructures, okay, Tua, Waddle, Sealer, Tyreek, if you hit all these restructures and you kick that can, it hits the wall. So like we're at that point where we've kicked that can down the road all these years. And now we're there. Like the
Saints have been kicking the can for 10 years.
Well, hold on, guys. Let me ask you.
They keep kicking it.
But here, Ghost, let me ask you: is that wall that you're describing? Is it shaped like Is it have a triangular shape? Is it more of a pyramid? Because I feel like I'm in a
wonderful
fucking
wall.
Scheme,
it's one of the greatest walls I've ever seen.
Big wall.
I say, what a great wall.
Some would say the biggest wall.
And we're not paying for it.
Huge.
Well, we're paying for
No, because I feel like I'm in a fucking pyramid scheme with the Dolphins. We keep getting hyped up every offseason, and they just fucking yank the rug on us.
You know what?
This is Joe Robbie on February 11th. By the time March rolls around, he'll be all the way getting.
I'm already all the way back in. What do you mean?
Dude, somebody made a good comment the other day, and I'm sure Ghost seen it because I know you did see it because you liked it, which was funny because they tied me and Ghost together, who are 2 totally different personalities. It was more of a me. It was more of a me and Joe thing, but somebody said Ghost and Bobby convincing the fan base we're all the way back when we sign a mediocre guard and a 29-year-old defensive tackle.
Yeah,
easily.
That's definitely me and Bobby.
We are so
and then Ghost is the one bookmarking it, waiting for us to be wrong so he could dunk on us.
Dude, the Dolphins have made me that way. Like that's not my fault. That's an origin story. That's not like you can't deny origin stories. You know what I mean? Like you're that way because of something.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just an origin story. That's all it is.
I feel like one day we need to make a bet, right? Like some kind of fun, like dive bar bet where the loser has to show everybody their bookmarks. Because I swear to God, if we seen Ghost bookmarks, his bookmark catalog's got to be. He pulls the shit out. I'm like, dude, how do you even have this?
It's just all VBS basically. It's like 99% VBS.
It's a VBS love chat.
That's it. I don't even bookmark stuff to have like receipts. I bookmark like crazy video clips to pull back for like a funny tweet.
And only
yeah, I always think about it, but then I never go to my bookmarks. I never remember to go. This is the life of a type B.
You know what's insane is when people like take pictures with their wives and then like it has like 40 bookmarks and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with the world
today? Out there.
That's definitely John Christo.
Sickos.
Some real sickos out there.
A lot of John Christos out there.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know what the funniest thing is like when somebody does do that and then he'll screenshot it with his thing bookmarked and like, who are all the sick fucks bookmarked?
Yeah. I love it. Oh, by the way, so next week we're gonna have Nick Hicks from Perform come on. He's a lot of news. Got a monster pre-draft list.
It's deep.
45 kids in pre-draft this year. So we want to bring him on. We're gonna talk a lot of pre-draft, what he's got going on, the guys he's got going. Maybe talk some of his guys from the Dolphins that are gonna come work out with him. And hopefully that'll, turn into getting some of his guys on and being able to talk to some of these kids who are about to enter the league and enter their mind.
It's gonna be
Mason Taylor.
Mason Taylor.
Son of Dolphin Hall of Famer.
Bobby coughing on the pod again. Shocker.
Put your dad on the podcast too.
Wait, who's your dad? Oh my God, I had no idea. What's his email?
Who is your father and what does he do?
Do you think he might just want to come on, like for fun?
He got like 20 minutes he can carve out. I'm sure doesn't have too much.
Who's that bald, handsome man behind you in the kitchen? Can he come over here for a second?
Hey, you got 10 minutes for us?
Behind you? Yeah, come have him slide onto the bar.
Just need 10 minutes. No biggie.
Yeah, that's what Eric's been telling me every day about his fucking company. Guy's trying to sell me every day.
Hey, we had a great ad on Sunday. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Saquon,
That's a big get, man. That was awesome for y'all.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. It was pretty
Hey,
sick.
by the way, I will say the only thing that I was sharp on Sunday was Saquon unders.
That was probably like, I thought the over was going to hit, no doubt about it. But
I had the under in my parlay, under 111. I'm like, dude, they're going to key on this guy. They're going to win a different way. And the Eagles are going to win a different way if they win.
They do not let 100-yard rushers up.
They don't.
Yeah.
And dude, Spagnuolo, I fucking applaud him. I applaud him for, dude, the Chiefs. Great segue here, guys.
Here we go.
It took longer than expected. Let me piggyback on this.
That game reminds me a lot of the Dolphins games. The defense just shows out and the offense can't do a fucking thing. Like I felt it to my core just watching that defense ball out and the offense being unable to move the ball, throwing 2 interceptions at a time. I just got flashbacks from, the entire 2024 season, give or take 2 or 3 games.
Just
I got a segue from that. Actually, I was thinking about this today. Not because I want it to happen. I hope it doesn't become a reality. But I've seen it so many times in my mentions today when I put the tweet out about Anthony Weaver's coming back as DC again.
Which, by the way, thank God.
Yes, good work. That's the first time we have back-to-back coordinators, right?
Needed it, dude. I was really nervous about that because he's a really good coach. So I was really nervous.
This offseason, we actually just kind of beefed up our units a little bit instead of having to change everything. Like Slowik is a huge add to a group that's been together for 3 years.
Yeah.
So, but all right, let's say things don't go to plan, and they end up right. That's fine. They end up firing McDaniel. Would you?
Jeez Louise.
Top to bottom. Nope. Top to bottom.
Would you consider Anthony Weaver as the head coach?
Let him coach more than appreciate.
So I have PTSD. So I swear to God, when you said Anthony, I thought you were going to say Anthony Campanelli. I don't know why. It's like the first thing that popped into my mind.
Hey, let me tell you something about Anthony Campanelli real quick, which is funny because he just got the DC job right in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
So last offseason, he was the Hard Knocks hero. Everybody fell in love with him on social media. Well, he was in the running for DC. And I reached out to a guy on the defense, a pretty good player, like a really good player. And I was like, Campanelli, what's up, dog? And I was thinking guys were going to be ready to go to war. He was like, nah. And I was like, what? And he goes, dude, good rah-rah guy, but X's and O's, nah, he ain't there. And I was like, damn. And I was like,
those are like when you talk bad about white DC.
Well, did he say I got to go? And that was weird. Did he get kidnapped?
Ever since that Cooper DeJean pick 6, he's been a little weird. I don't know.
Dude, he mumbled something and just cut out, but no, yeah. So that's what I think. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
He'll be back.
He's probably running to the restroom.
I think that was it. That was interesting to me though, because I thought Campanelli was we all loved him.
Yeah.
We thought he was but that's a good example of we fall in love with these guys on social media because of these clips. Like in Hard Knocks, it's like, dude, I'd go to war for this guy. I'd run through a wall. And then you ask somebody, it's like, reality is he don't really understand football. He's a good rah-rah guy. He gets us hyped up, but I don't think he knows the first thing about calling a defense, which we'll see. I mean, he has his chance to make his own name, of course, but
he's on the Jags now?
I think he's Jacksonville's DC now. Ghost might come back. Ghost might come back. I don't know. Ghost might come back up, but I just took him down until at least find out. He said he might have something pop up during the podcast. So
he did say around this time.
Yeah, so that might be what that is. But I don't know.
Sorry, I had to pee.
And he's
there he is. Oh, what the hell?
I had to pee, dude. My bad.
Oh, I think you had to go poo-poo.
No.
Dude, every time you leave, there's the craziest theories come in the comments.
Ghost said Notre Dame. I did say Notre Dame.
Did you really?
And to be fair, Eric's usually on point, and I had no idea what college he went to, but I had to ask.
Bro, I'm gonna find the clip because I did say it. I promise you.
I'm disappointed in you because that's your thing. I'm pretty disappointed in you. I'm not mad.
Brother, I said it. All right, this is blasphemy now.
You tried gaslighting an entire chat.
Hey, it's funny
crazy? Go ahead, Bob.
Joe, it's funny that this is what's gonna finally get him to clip something for us.
Yeah. Hey, no, listen, new job, the boy's grinding.
Yeah, dude.
Saquon Barkley.
Hey,
Eric calls me every day. Hey, let me just get 10 minutes of your time, brother.
Hey, persistence pays. Persistence pays, though. I'm gonna get you.
I told him he's got to take me out for at least some lobster or some
Dude,
shit.
come on, bro.
You got
Use that
Saquon
card.
Barkley on your commercial, dog. You better take me out.
Throw it on the card. It'll be fine.
It is a business dinner. So, I mean, Anthony could Joe Robbie.
Look, guys, I needed
Joe
this.
Robbie could hire you.
Eric, the company is Bump, right?
Podcast, I would have never wanted my real name on Twitter, but like now that we have this podcast, I really wish I used my real name. But Joe Robbie is so goated.
We did try.
Joe Robbie, I'll never not call it Joe Robbie. Like that's why I started that name.
There have been attempts on our names on the timeline where we all hide behind fake names, even though Bobby Schaus is literally Bobby Schaus and Eric Munoz.
I was proud of you for that. That was good.
That was an okay attempt, but I've heard you say it better. Normally, it's after a few beverages, but
a couple surf sides.
Yeah, a couple surf sides normally do go Spanish comes out a little bit better, but we'll let him.
Well, he was dating a Puerto Rican for a little bit, so he's cultured now.
I think the funniest part about that guy claiming that we all hide behind fake names, because clearly he was just talking about a couple, like y'all two.
Literally just talking about two people.
Yeah, but it was like, dude, and I love my name. Don't get me wrong, it's my name. But like, if I was going fake name, do you think I would be Bobby Schaus? Like, this is not even that crazy. It was like Bobby, I don't know, it would just be awesome. I'd come with something crazy.
Like Bobby McCain?
It was like Bobby Schaus doesn't.
And I think he was asking, he put it in context like, you need to expose these guys. Like, what fucking work for USAID and we're funding like anti-Tua campaigns? Is that what we're doing? Like, you got to cut the funding? Jesus Christ, buddy.
You know what's so funny about that, Justin, is like me and my wife will be out in Fort Lauderdale, and obviously I wear the dive bar hat a lot of places, and people will bump into me and they'll be like, oh, Joe from the dive bar. And my wife's like, dude, who the fuck is Joe?
I am Joe.
I am Joe.
I am Joe.
I think I call you.
I am Joe. Joe is I. I am him.
I call Ghost. Ghost has always been Ghost to me. Like,
a lot of people
I know his real name, and it's like, dude, I would never call you that. Like, it's just like you are Ghost to me. That's who you are in my head. That's who you were before I actually knew you. That's who you were. Like, I met you as Ghost on the timeline, and then we didn't even talk for a while, and then we finally started talking. Like, so you're just Ghost in my head.
It's actually really funny. Nobody knows the backstory. Bobby didn't like me. Like,
no, I didn't think. I thought I did not.
Bobby did not like me at all.
I hated you.
Bobby hated me back during the great
war of Two Alive Crew.
The great Twitter space wars. That was a fucking time.
Those were dark times.
Those were dark times.
That was a time to be alive. And Bobby, I wouldn't say he didn't like me. Wasn't fond of me though.
I was suspicious of every. No, this was reality. Ghost did what he does now. He fucking clowns people. Like, he's always like playing this big brain game in their people's mentions, and I'm like, so every time I post something, he just drop a random like GIF, and I'm like, what's your fucking game here, buddy? Like, what are you trying? Like, are you trolling? Are you actually excited about this move? So like one day, like I just DM'd him. I was like, bro, what are you fucking doing here? And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, dude, I feel like every time I see you in my mentions, I was like, every time I see you in my mentions, you're trying to like, play some game or be funny, or like you're coming from a group chat and like they sent you here to like round me up, and I'm like, I'm not going for it. He's like, no, dude. And then we have we start talking about who we don't like and like the problems we have on Twitter and like what we need to change, and it's like, damn, we're the same person. Okay, not the same person. I take that back, but we were closer than I thought. And then he was like, actually, this is a funny story. He goes, actually, I was meaning to ask you something. I said, really? He said, yeah, I was thinking about starting a podcast and I wanted you to be a part of it. And this was before this podcast. This is a whole different thing. And I was like, really? I was like, that's an awesome idea. Let's do it.
The Ghost of Bobby Finland.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
2 episodes. Yeah, I do remember. 2.5 episodes.
Wow.
It was quite the twitchy episodes.
If you blinked, you'd miss it.
Yeah, those were some good times, man.
That's like when Eric said Notre Dame today.
I did.
As I digress. No, it's funny because like when I'm like, I'll go inside after a podcast and my wife would be like, oh, how was it? And I'll be like, Ghost did this today, and she's like, and it's like I feel like a kid. I'm like, why can't I just? I can't turn it off. I can't say your real name even to my wife. I can't turn it off, dude.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
almost like gamer tags in video games.
I like that.
It's like, babe, I think Silencer Chaos is coming to see us tonight. Like, dude, it's like, dude, his name is Jeff, and he actually works at T-Mobile.
It's like, no, he's actually got his shit together. He's got 3 kids. Like, he's a good dude.
Well, I messed up because like earlier in our relationship, I got hooked on this stupid golf game on the phone, right? And it was an online golf game, and I was like, I balls deep into it bad. So I'm in like this big clan, and I meet all these random people.
Is Blizzy?
Stop it.
Is Blizzy in this clan?
Blizzy named it Cooper DeJean. No, listen,
That checks.
DeJean's army. No, but listen, so I befriended all these people, and you friend them on Facebook, whatever, and then one dude's like, yo, I'm coming down to Fort Lauderdale, let's hang out. And my wife's like, dude, you're gonna get me to go hang out with this random dude you met on a stupid finger golf game on the phone. What do you get me into? We ended up meeting the dude, and it was the worst.
Yeah, that's actually.
I'm talking the most awkward thing I've ever done in my life. And so when I wanted to start the podcast, I had some explaining to do. I'm like, no, these dudes they're real dudes. They're like regular people. Like, babe, they're real people, babe.
They exist.
Oh man, it was bad.
Yeah, I promise this time.
I got something I want to bring up. It's kind of like not our normal, but I got to bring it up because I got to shine, baby. How about that Luka Doncic trade?
Who cares about the Lakers, Bobby?
The whole world now. Dude, somehow, look, let me have this moment, Ghost, because these are a couple Heat fans. Eric's already mad. Somehow the Lakers always get out of the ashes, shake themselves off, and just go right back to the top.
Bobby. It's the league pushes for them to be good and relevant at all times. Don't kid yourself.
It was
doing this with you today.
To be fair, it was a very tough 2 weeks for Eric. He's not only a Heat fan, but he's also a Drake fan. So tough 2 weeks. For him.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the worst halftime in the history of Super Bowls.
That had to be the worst halftime show ever.
Even
real
if
quick,
Kendrick stand, that was
comment section. Drake or Kendrick?
Bobby, here goes Bobby. Try to dunk on me all day during that fucking terrible performance.
Joe,
the crowd was
Eric,
dead.
Eric, tell Eric, Joe, tell Eric the truth about what I do to Eric.
He knows.
I know what you do.
He taps into that little type A. He taps right into that bitch.
Look,
he's like, let me ruffle some feathers.
I personally enjoyed it.
Justin has CTE. We can't trust anything he says.
I personally enjoyed the halftime show. I thought the choreography was very good.
Did you?
I did. It was very rhythmic.
Look, I'm not a crazy Kendrick guy. I was talking shit to Eric because I know he's like a Drake fan. Like he's like a Drake fan. I think Joe is too. But like my problem is I feel like he could have came down with Jesus Christ playing electric guitar with Prince on the vocals, and Eric would have been like, this is trash.
No,
Drake,
that's not even true.
Drake would have done so much better. That's my problem. You might not have. I feel like 90% of the people that were hating on Kendrick on the timeline were going to hate on him no matter what he did.
Look,
because Drake does have a huge fan base. He does. He's more global. Like Drake is huge. He's a hit maker. Bang, bang, bang. He is. Kendrick's not that dude.
I don't like Kendrick at all. Never have, even before the beef. But I can objectively say he has some bangers. He just didn't play any of them. Like, I guess if your whole shtick for you got the Super Bowl, congratulations, you wanted the crowd to chant A minor, like sick, bro. Like, congratulations, you got it.
That's a conspiracy. There's a lot of videos
Eric,
that have
do you
come
know
out.
Drake? Because I feel like you feel like this is a personal shot at you. Do you know him? Are you friends?
I'm a big Drizzy stan. You know, I just got to 10 toes down for my boy.
There is Eric. I don't know if you've been following the conspiracies. I assume you have. There were multiple angles.
Ghost has
all over the stadium of when he said the A minor.
Oh, the voiced in.
Nobody around the iPhone audience, like nobody said it, but it got pumped into the stadium.
See, you're just furthering my point.
What are your thoughts on that?
It's a conspiracy.
My thoughts are that it was the worst halftime show I've ever seen. Even if I was a Kendrick fan, I would
not the worst.
That was terrible.
Did they build?
There's nothing worse than Creed, right?
Okay, now we're fucking
Oh, well. Now this is just getting out of hand.
Yeah, now this is getting on it. That was the greatest halftime performance, even though it was Thanksgiving.
You see how easy it is to trigger a type A?
That was the greatest halftime performance of all time. Like, they had Cirque du Soleil from the top of the stadium. No bungees, no harnesses, just wrapped up in the cloths, just Scott Stapp hair flowing like a Pantene fucking commercial.
But Ghost's favorite part was the dudes on the cloth were skinheads.
Okay, you take it easy there.
Hey, this is a family show.
Hold on. So
hold on a second.
Can somebody pull up all the halftime performances from the Super Bowl? Because I can't remember some of them.
Yeah,
there's got to be one worse.
This is
I'll tell you right now.
That last comment was unhinged. We're gonna have to ask you to. It's a yellow card for you, Bobby. Another one of those. We're gonna have to ask you to leave the show tonight.
I'm sorry. I can fix the HR problem real quick.
Hey, do yellow cards carry over?
No. This is not. It's not aggregate.
It's not a tournament.
All right. Let's see.
This one was fire. This one was fire.
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous.
He brought out everybody.
For my whole thing was like Lil Wayne's on his last leg. Like, bro, he is New Orleans. Like,
yeah,
that was my whole stance on it. Like, it should have been Lil Wayne.
50 Cent
no doubt. And he would have played bangers.
50 Cent
he doesn't have
down, doing a whole song was incredible.
So from the 2010s, we had the Who weren't that great. They were whatever. Black Eyed Peas, Madonna.
Black Eyed Peas was good.
Beyonce, Bruno crushed it. Oh, and Bruno had Red Hot Chili Peppers come out.
Bruno has that energy, man, and Red Hot Chili Peppers was great. Yes.
Then Katy Perry absolutely crushed.
She came out on that freaking like big dragon or whatever. Dude, that was awesome.
Coldplay is in it by themselves not great, but they had Beyonce, Bruno. They had a lot of people come in, so that was solid. Lady Gaga crushed. Yeah, Justin Timberlake crushed. Maroon 5.
Timberlake, that was a fucking great halftime show.
Yeah, he's got bangers.
Boys, Kendrick might have been the worst.
The Shakira Jennifer Lopez of the COVID year, which was
I didn't think 60-year-olds could be hot. Changed my mind.
The Weeknd.
I have a hot take. I have a hot take, but go ahead.
Yeah, the Weeknd was fire. Then we had the West Coast with Dre, Snoop,
banger,
ridiculous,
banger. Then Rihanna. I mean, pregnant Rihanna. I mean.
Wait, last year. Hey, didn't the Dre one 50 Cent came on upside down?
Yes, he did a whole song.
Oh, that was sick.
Yeah,
dude, that was sick.
He did say that. He did say that.
My bad. I wasn't listening. I thought you said
Rihanna Usher is incredible. And then we had this fucking little midget out here just calling people pedophiles with no proof. Get out of here.
No, this is true though. This is true though.
Kendrick's probably the worst one.
Terrible.
You would tell you who. I'm not saying it's the worst one, but let me tell you who really disappointed me because they didn't let any song cook. And I get they got so many bangers, but dude, Usher did not cook.
Okay,
but he's got so many hits.
I get it, but like pick 5 and like perform, like tell a story. He played 10 seconds of each song. It's like I was like, I just wanna, and he's like, let it burn. It was like,
yeah, it was fast.
Whoa.
That's what happens when you got bangers.
I get it, but the thing that makes you gotta take it all into account. A thing that makes the halftime show great is that you make the best show in 15 minutes.
Also, this
so
is
you take
one.
A whole.
We're all young. That was a great one. Love that.
No, so I would say Kendrick's the worst, and then Usher's right under him.
But
Usher's a talent. Like I don't even want to hate on Usher. I just
think that remember we're also going off the catalog. That catalog's crazy.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I understand that he has a huge catalog, but if he would have picked 5 bangers, especially those like early days songs, like "Let It Burn" or what can
Nice
and Slow, You Remind Me, like those songs, and just let him cook.
Tell me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But he just played like I feel like he played like a DJ mix. Like every time he started cooking, he flipped a different song. It's all running over here.
Like I was in my truck and I'm on Adderall, just fucking.
Yeah, Justin. Maroon 5 wasn't great, but they had Travis Scott and Big Boy come out, so like that's.
He did take his shirt off, which was know your audience, buddy.
Oh my gosh! Get off my fucking podcast.
You agree with that though?
Wait,
you agree with that take though?
It was objectively bad. It was objectively bad.
Hey, I'll say this though. I really do think this. Like, I think Prince was the greatest of all time.
That
Oh,
was.
yeah.
I
It was
wish that I
unbelievable.
was.
In,
I wish I was a
in
little
the
older.
rain.
Yeah.
That was in 2007 at Hard Rock or Dolphin Stadium at the time.
I
Dude,
wish I was
yeah.
a little
Dude.
older to understand like Prince. You know what I mean? To like understand what you're watching.
Yeah, that was a good one. 2007.
Yeah.
Oof.
I feel like that's what they've been missing with the halftime performance though lately is like Kendrick. Like people were like mad. Like I don't even know who this is. Like yeah, you don't. You wouldn't.
As a matter of fact, my mom texted me during the show. She goes, "Who is that? And is that the best that they could do?" And I was like, "Mom, you've never been more right." Shout out my mom if you're watching. She's a supporter of the pod.
I feel like Prince is like everyone knows Prince. Everyone can enjoy Prince. Even if you didn't know him, he's going to perform to a level that you're like, damn, I still enjoy it. I ain't know one song, but this dude was killing it.
Funny
They
story.
haven't done that.
I got one for next year. Benson Boone.
The hard thing though with that, Bobby, is though like those artists like that everybody knows, like it's hard to get them. Like some people just like don't want to do it, like don't want to do the Super Bowl.
They got
Like,
more to
just
lose
turn
than
it
the
down,
game from doing it.
you know?
But bro, I don't know if you guys seen Benson Boone at the Grammys. Dude,
Yeah, he
dude's
went
a
off. He went off.
performer, bro. Like that'd be a sick halftime show.
Yeah, I don't think he's ready though. He's more like a Thanksgiving halftime show.
Okay, he's more like a Creed.
He hadn't got that. He's got to get a catalog. Like you got to be legendary. Like you have to have 10 years at least in the game.
Yeah, you got to be big.
You can't just be rolling up to a Super Bowl and be like first year guy.
I got like 3 songs. Let's do it.
Yeah, he can't. He can't. That's the whole point. Yeah, like nah.
All right, boys. Tonight was a good night.
Yeah, that was fun.
Eric got some FaceTime.
You know what's really funny about this comment is I took an edible like 2 weeks ago, just trying to relax after a long day at work. A lot of long day at work. And I was on a YouTube poll and I watched a 1 hour and 17-minute Corey Feldman band set that happened like 2 years ago. I watched the whole thing. Watched the whole thing from start to finish. It was hands down the most interesting thing I've ever watched in my life. Like you guys obviously know who Corey Feldman is, correct?
You got to send that to me though. I want to watch it.
He's in like he started a band and it is like it's literally insane. Like there's so many fucking layers to what I watched that I'm probably gonna think about it for like the rest of my life. I'll never forget that set. And I mean, to his credit, like I'll never forget his set. Maybe for not the reasons that he wants me to, but I'll never forget what I watched. And it was just the most random, not great music, malfunctioning props, stage props and stuff like that. It was crazy, but I just want to throw that out there. That gave me flashbacks from 2 weeks
Real
ago.
quick, cool story. I can't believe Joe forgot about this. Our lifestyle question for the night, Joe.
Oh yeah, go ahead with it.
Oh, what is it?
Ultimate Super Bowl party spread, round table food items and drinks.
Are we going one at a time?
Yeah, we have to.
We could do a draft if y'all want. Snake
We
order.
could do a draft.
We can do snake order. We'll go snake order. We go top. We can go in order.
Who wants first
All
pick?
right, so Bobby, you go
Bobby's top
first.
left for me always.
Ah, dang. All right. I feel like snacks run the Super Bowl parties. Like everybody wants like steaks and stuff, but I feel like when Super Bowl comes around, a good old like Tostitos scoop and a good cheesy bean dip.
Okay.
That's nice.
I'm going buffalo chicken dip with real chicken breast. Shredded real chicken.
Shredded.
Also nice. Chicken wings don't count, right? Because that's like a main. We're doing like snacks.
No, you
No, you could do it. That was just
Oh,
my,
well,
that
yeah,
was
it
my,
has
that was my own
to be
analogy.
chicken wings. Has to be chicken wings always.
Yes, dude, wings. Goated.
Wings, extra blue cheese. Gotta have them. It's not a football game without them. To be fair, Joe.
I'm gonna go with classic nacho.
Okay.
Sure.
Classic mountain of nachos.
You got two
And then
rounds.
I get another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get two.
You got it. You got to go with. I'm gonna go beverage. We're gonna go beverage here. You got to go with the Surfsides.
Okay.
It's a new beverage. It's a new beverage. But listen, the Super Bowl day is a long day. You can't be ripping shots and cocktails all day.
You did not follow your own advice on Sunday, buddy.
I did not. But you know how I get.
You get a
So
little
here-
overzealous. Joe's very excitable.
I'm very excitable. I don't know what it is about the Super Bowl. I always get hammered at the Super Bowl. It's a bad thing. It's why I watch mostly 90% of the Dolphin games in my house by myself because I'm an animal.
He gets,
So anyways,
a little excitable. Also, Joe, you missed out.
Sides, you could drink 20 of them
and feel fine.
And you're going to be feeling good.
Right as rain. Joe, by the way, you missed out with my next pick. I'm going to go with a brisket. I make a fire brisket. Joe, I made probably a top 3 one that I've ever made for Sunday, and you missed out, and it was gas. It was absolute, just top-notch A1, lovely stuff. So that's my next pick. Yo, I've been making hella deviled eggs lately, and every time I make them, I'm like, damn it, the chat's going to get me.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. Ghost?
I was going to do something like really easy.
I got something in the chamber if it makes it to me. I knew there wouldn't be a lot left when I got back. So
I'm gonna go with, and it's very, very simple. And you have to get the Philly Pretzel Factory box. You gotta get the Philly Pretzel Factory box. You know what the Philly
Hold
Pretzel
on, enlighten
Factory.
me. I don't know what you mean.
Go on.
I think you're
You don't
doing
know about
Northeast.
Philly Pretzel Factory?
That's
like it's a national brand. Like it's a national brand. They just make pretzels and pretzel sticks in different dips. They have like icing cream cheese dip. They have like cinnamon icing dip. They have your cheese. They have like all these different kinds of dips.
Fire.
And it's just like a spread. It's like a catered box that you buy, and it's called the Philly Pretzel Factory. Got to look it up, man. I'm sure that there's people in the chat that know about it, but they are a national brand. Don't worry. Check them out.
Somebody knew what you were talking about.
There we go. Philly Pretzel Factory spreads are insanely good. The pretzels, dude, it's like, man, it's like cotton candy pretzel. Like it's just softest pretzel you've ever eaten. Melts in your mouth. Incredible.
T. Lee made a good point. Because we said drinks and food. So like, yeah, beer, just beer. Like beer. I mean, I was saying like at my father-in-law's house, they had a little mini keg and it was on, in the bucket surrounded by ice. And it was Dos Equis, and it was hitting so hard. It was like delish. But my last pick, that wasn't my pick. I just had to give some love to beer because that's just like
I feel like that's a it goes without say type of situation. You could,
Yeah, Surfsides was more of a paying homage to Ghost.
Yeah, that's why I was just trying to give it its attention. But
I do love a good charcutes.
Yeah, that's always good. Wraps with cheese, pepperoni.
Philly Pretzel Factory.
Little Smokies.
Ooh.
Gotta have the Little Smokies.
Wow.
And the Sweet Baby Ray's.
That was a solid one.
Hey, when somebody shows up with that crock pot and they're like, "Where can I plug this in?" You're like
you know what's in there. Like,
come with me.
Hey, I will give one honorable mention. Jello shots.
Sure. I did do Jello shots.
There's always a girl at the party that brings a big tray of Jello shots.
Who wants Jello shot?
Yeah.
And you always feel a little weird doing it. You either finger or you do the tongue. I don't know what kind of guy you are, but
I finger around and then I swallow it whole because I'm a man.
Yeah, I don't like my fingers in my shit, so I'm here.
My dad literally looks for any excuse to turn everything into Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
I love that. Dude, my dad's favorite band is Leonard Skinner.
That's fucking awesome.
Dude, I swear our dads are the same person. I've told you
this. Dude, speaking of classic rock, lead singer of Motley Crue died in a plane crash this weekend.
A lot of issues with planes lately. It makes me very weary to travel.
Vince Neil, R.I.P.
A lot of weird plane stuff going on.
Did you see the plane crash?
No.
It was helicopters, things on fires, a lot of weird shit.
It was just on the runway, and I guess it didn't have brakes. It looked like the brakes stopped working, and it was sliding down the runway, and it just kind of hit another plane. There was no explosion.
I think I've seen that one.
There was no explosion, nothing like that. Yeah. And dude, R.I.P. Vince Neil, fucking Motley Crue.
That's crazy, dude.
Hangers, man. What a career.
Dude, the planes take out big artists because Leonard Skinner, half of them died in plane crash.
Yeah.
Janis Joplin died in a plane crash.
Half of them survived the plane crash too. It was crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Crazy. All right, boys. Well, episode 38.
Tuning in, man. That was fun.
Episode 38 down. Appreciate y'all rocking with us always. Like Joe said, next week we're gonna have Nicky Knees on from Perform.
But Monday, he can't come on Tuesday, so we're gonna have a curveball for everybody. It's gonna be Monday.
President's Day. We'll be out here. It'll be a good time. Any parting thoughts, boys? Super Bowl season's done. We turn the page. 2025.
Ghost will make the graphic before 12 o'clock on Monday.
You gotta
You
get
have the
after
word.
day before because I was at the hospital and I'm just like, oh shit.
Ghost,
You always try me at the hospital.
can you make a Nick Hicks announcement graphic?
You have it already. We've already had
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm
You
always
had it.
like, I swear, the day of shows though, I'm like, dude, it's 2 p.m. Ghost knew we were doing this person for 3 days. Why am I asking him to make this?
And
Dude,
then
I
Ghost will
can't
come
make
back
it
with
until
the
you
most
have it.
We have
elaborate
the
story
show
of
in
how
2
crazy
hours.
the hospital's been.
I need to feel wanted. I need to feel needed. So I have an internal desire for you to ask me for something. I don't want to give it to you. I want to know that you need me. I want to know that you need me.
We need you, man.
Dude,
do.
I cannot wait for Eric to pull this clip and for him to be wrong.
Oh, that's
You guys are going to be so shook because I did say it, by the way.
You didn't.
Dude, when we post it, dude, it's gonna be awesome because he's not gonna say it. Dude, yeah, tough 2 weeks for you, Eric. I mean, Luka Doncic is a Laker. Just throwing that back out there.
Nobody cares about the Lakers and Luka Doncic. You guys
I
aren't
think
going
what's
to win the
crazy about it is,
championship.
let's say Kendrick Lamar had the worst halftime show. Let's say if that was true, worst
It
halftime
is
show
true.
ever. It's still nothing but Drake getting cooked on the timeline. It doesn't even matter. Also, I was watching. I like to go to the charts on Apple Music and just play from the top and just like that's how I learn new music. Not like us, it's back to number 1 in the world.
Also bizarre that you're an Apple Music guy. Just very odd.
I'm just Apple everything.
I mean, me
it-
too, but Spotify is
It's
superior.
just so
but-
clean.
Spotify
It's
is
just
way
so
superior.
clean though. I love everything Apple because it's just so clean. Like I love the interface and stuff.
You guys are all gonna be shook when I have that clip. I'm gonna post it as soon as I can.
That's what's cool about it though. If you're right, the guy that's going to be incredible because 3 people
But
and,
he's not.
and someone in the
I
chat is like they'd put good money on that. You just
I am.
0% chance he's right.
I
I
think
genuinely, I like
Maybe-
situations like that where like I really don't believe that something happened, and I'm like,
and I was part of it.
We'll see.
I was sitting here looking at your mouth and I did not see that.
Time will tell, fellas. All right, but we're out of here. Till
All
next
right.
week. Everybody be safe. Be good.
Monday,
Thanks
Nick
for
Hicks.
showing up, everybody. Appreciate you
Monday,
guys.
Nick Hicks.
Love y'all.